Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening to you, wherever you may be in this lovely big wide world of ours. Today is a bit of a mixed bag of a day, actually. Not bag o day, mixed bag of a day. That's Maggie. Yeah, she's camera shy. You know, she'd rather chew the corner of my camera than be on my camera. Anyway, my goodness, what has and has not happened? I'm gonna actually stop the video here because I want to show you a picture of something that I made, and then I will. Thank you, Maggie. That's Maggie jiggling the camera. Maggie, come on, off you get. Good, right. I'm not sure why that's so close. Is that? Weird. Maybe I can just go out a little bit. That's a bit better. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to stop the film here. I'm going to insert a photo of my hooker versus hooker project for those who didn't watch the live on last Saturday. So I'm just going to stop and then I'll start again and we'll talk about that. Okay, I have to do that because I still don't learn how to insert photos into an actual video. If you know how, please let me know. Anyway, that was my hooker versus hooker project. I was trounced, but by an amazing, absolutely amazing blanket that Penny Shroom made. Penny was the subscriber for the competition, for the challenge for the month. Sorry, I had to put my gloves on, and this one is just covered with, because it's Velcro, and everything gets grabbed on by it, and so it's grabbing lots of things, and I'm just getting lots of bits in my face. Anyway, if you want to see it, you are going to have to go to Mimi's Crochet and Farming. It's called something else. I don't think, Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. Go and have a look. I'll put the link down in the box if I remember to see Penny's project. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful project. And it was a pleasure to have my ass, and I say ass because she made an ass, as in a donkey ass, not a donkey's bottom, a donkey that is an ass, that is a mule. Yeah, Lala's had issues with this word too. Anyway, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. She finished a blanket in a whole month. Even more amazing. So go and have a look. It is gorgeous. So I'm not disappointed really at all because Lala lost two, and that's always nice. And secondly, to lose to something that was just mind-blowing. It really was gorgeous. She used some really beautiful bright colors. She had bright orange, like the neon sort of almost fluorescent sort of colors. There was orange, pink, yellow, and green, and then she used black as her neutral, and so that was about it. It was a mosaic blanket of a donkey with a daisy in its mouth, and it was absolutely stunning. So I want to say congratulations to Penny Shroom. She is not a podcaster, but maybe she should be, because that was a pretty good project, and I think she talked about possibly auctioning the blanket off for charity. Don't quote me on that because she might have changed her mind, but at the time she was talking about that. But anyway, I'll put the link to the description. Link to the video, Mad Mimi's Thingy Me Bob, in the description box so you can go and have a look at that. That was the first thing I wanted to get out of the way. You can see my project. Nothing compared to this woman's blanket. Absolutely divine. It really, really was. So what have I been up to since then? Well, this is why I've got my thingos on. For a long time, I've wanted to do some Izzy Dolls. You know, the little Izzy Dolls that people do for charity. And it's all knitted in one piece, and you just change the colour, and then you drawstring the top and the bottom, and well, after stuffing it, and then you indent this for the arms, and a dent down the bottom for the legs. But my issue always has been, well, that's great, they look great, and fun to do, but I always wondered, can they be made bigger? Because sometimes bigger is better. And so I made this. This is my knitted Izzy Doll. And as you can see, it is exactly the same. She's a ballet dancer. Not ballet dancer, and she's got a little ruffly skirt on. Not very good for there. That's pretty good. So that's her little face and her little legs. Now, how did I do this? It was really, really super easy. Most of the patterns I've seen for Izzy Dolls, and there are a lot out there, there are free patterns on some charity site. Oh goodness, Sam, have you already forgotten what the charity site is? Let's see if I can find it. Did I bookmark it? Nope. Did I got the pattern, I think. No, I haven't even got the pattern. But I have got... All I did was I looked at the pattern. It was a free pattern, and I cropped the actual row count thing. No, that doesn't even tell me. Sorry, there is a charity out there that has patterns for 2 or 3, sort of 4 different types of Izzy Dolls that you can do. Most of them are done in a DK weight, which is a 3 weight, which is 8 ply. Now, I did this in worsted. Well, not worsted. Yes, it is worsted, but it's also known as Aran weight, which is also 4 weight, which is 10 ply. And I used 4mm needles. This is why my wrist is so sore. I used 4mm needles because I really wanted a tight sort of... I didn't want any of the white showing through the stuffing, and I think I accomplished that. I've stuffed it fairly firmly. Anyway, so it can be done. Now, how did I do this? Really easy. I was going to do a tutorial for it, and I thought, pointless, Sam. Absolutely pointless. Just tell people how it's done, because it is really so easy. The instructions in the pattern, I think most patterns will say cast on between 32 and 40 stitches. So whichever pattern you've got, or whichever pattern you can find, if it says to cast on 32, instead cast on double that, so cast on 64. I was able to complete this all on 4mm circular needles, a really short set, which was really good, except for the top. Then I had to change to some 4mm Addy crazy trios, whatever they're called, trios, to finish the point, because you decrease at the top, and that's, you know, like that's not a pom-pom, it's not a brown hat, it's a hair. Anyway, and everything is just doubled. I just doubled everything. So, like, some of them say for the feet you do 4 rows. Well, I did 8. The legs were 12? No, the legs, or the pants, legs or pants, were 14 rows, so I did 28. The body was, for my row, my pattern was 12, so I did 24. Then the head, the pattern I used said 8 rows, I did 16. And then I did, it says work 4 rows for the hair before you start decreasing, so I worked 8. So it was just a matter of doubling. You double the number of stitches you cast on, and you double the number of rows you do, and you can get a really nice big Izzy Doll. And I think that's really cute. And had had my wrists not been so ugh, by the end of it all, I really had visions of decorating her really nicely. I wanted to use beads. I wanted to give her earrings. I wanted to give her a strand of pearl ring, pearl necklace, strand of pearls around her neck. I wanted to, even perhaps put some beads on the skirt part, or on this part where the skirt meets where the shirt meets the skirt part. And I also wanted to do things, like some bows on her shoes. But to be honest, by the time I'd finished, I was, it just wasn't good. So one of my finished objects, you've already seen my other finished object. This is my second finished object that I've been working on so far this month. Was that it? I think that was basically what I've been working on. I've had quite a few deliveries. One which was a very, very big surprise, but I'll start off with the not so surprising. I got my last magazine from Simply Crochet. I do hope that's the right way around. The only thing of value in it, in my opinion, is this little froggy. So you can see that little frog. It's quite a cute little frog. That's the only thing in the magazine that I really thought was quite cute. Nothing else really inspired me to want to pick up a hook. So, hang on, there's a better picture of him. There you go. So there's the frog, and the pattern is in the book, in the magazine. So that's why I'm not going to bother going through the whole magazine with you, because it really was a case of, you might like the stuff that's in here. I think the fact that I only liked one thing probably means that there's lots of people out there who liked all the other stuff. So, now normally the magazine comes with some freebies. This month it was a separate little magazine or book of 9 patterns of Tunisian crochet special. And that's got a few not so bad sort of items in it. I love that log cabin sort of blanket. There's a really nice headband and that sort of thing. And it came with, what size is it? A 5mm hook. I've already got a 5mm hook, so I don't need it, but it came with a 5mm hook. So the hook will actually go in my little bag that I am preparing to send off to charity. I've got lots of bits and pieces in there. So that was a piece of mail I got, which like I say, my last, keep sticking to my blanket. I really hate this Velcro. So yeah, so that's my last magazine subscription. I'm thinking of going to. Someone was telling me that Amazon, not Amazon Prime, because I've got Amazon Prime, Amazon Kindle or something, Amazon Unlimited. There's a subscription you can pay, which is less than what the magazine was per month, and I would get this magazine plus lots of other magazines, including knitting magazines, crochet magazines, and all the rest of it. So I did think, maybe I will have try that out for a month and have a look and see what sort of things I can get for the unlimited. Now, in my last update video, I showed you all my little sort of quick buy, because I needed to send off some stuff to my daughter and her girlfriend because they'd had a baby, and the bag I'd ordered hadn't yet got here, and what had happened was the bag I had ordered hadn't come, and then so I ordered another one, and then that said it was delivered, but it was in Miami, I think it said Miami, and the woman I tell you who sold me the bag, she was absolutely brilliant. She said, look, she said, nothing's happened for a week. They've told you it's delivered when you clearly haven't gotten it, and all the rest of it. So she gave me a full refund and everything, and that was about a week or two ago. Lo and behold, what happened today? Now this is the second bag I ordered. The first one still has to be sent to me. It went via someone else, so the second one still has to be sent to me. But this one, I'll put the name up there so you can have a look. I don't think she's a stranger to many of you. She's the only one I could find who does this, granny stitch print. I found a few where they got the granny squares, but they're surrounded by white. And I really, really, really like this one. It has it's got a boxy bottom, so it will it will stand up. It's got a nice little boxy bottom, and it's got a pocket on the, where's the pocket gone? Oh, it's on that side. It's got a nice pocket on it, and yeah, so it's a really nice bag, and this is really much thicker than I thought it was, and it's definitely much thicker than this. So in lieu of the fact that I've already sent this designed bag off, and I've got the second one's shown up, then I will be eventually getting the first one I ordered, I hope. I think that hopefully that'll be on its way. I was told it might be. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to have two of these. Well, this one's with a zip, because that was what was available, and I was getting a bit desperate. I needed a bag to send, which is why I ended up going with this one. Anyway, so I'm going to end up with two of these. This one will be a zip, and the other one is, I think it was a drawstring. It's so long ago. I ordered it in, November last year. So yeah. So I can't remember. I really can't remember. I think it's a drawstring, and I think it was a bigger bag than this, because this one was slightly cheaper. But this one has a zip. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know now what I'm going to do with these. Obviously I can still send the drawstring one that I was going to send initially over, and I might just put Christmas presents in it instead or something. But they've already got like the baby duck one now with for nappies and things, so I really don't know what's going on there with that. I don't know what I'm going to do. So yeah, the lady who made this sent me a refund, so I've already sent her a message and said, okay, it's actually shown up. So I've sort of said to her, well, if it shows up, I'll let you know. And I have let her know. So I'm just waiting to hear from her, and then I will just have to pay for it again. So another thing I got, totally yarn related, crochet related, and all the rest of it, and I can't. The other box is it's really quite a heavy box. I was really surprised, but I got the Nintendo 2, the new Switch, and it came, well, it didn't come with, I also bought extra as an accessory, the camera that comes with it, because I do like to play games at times, especially when my hands are like this. I can easily just hold the controller and just move my thumbs, and it's a lot easier on me. So I might be doing a bit more playing, but I haven't set it up yet. And I was really surprised how much heavier the new Nintendo is compared to the old Nintendo. I don't know if you heard that. It's just one of our local hoons. Yeah, so that's everything that's been going on. I've got lots of little deliveries. Like I said, I heard this one coming this morning, and I was actually in bed because I didn't have a good night last night. And it must have been about 9 or 10 a.m. and I heard the fly screen door go. So they've opened up this fly screen door, put the parcel there, and closed it. And I thought, I haven't ordered anything. And I thought, what on earth could it be? And I thought, oh, it can't possibly be this bag, can it? And it was. So yeah, but I have let her know, as I say. And that is really everything now that I think I'm pretty much caught up on what's been happening and all the rest of it. That's what I've done. I actually did, and I'm so proud of myself. I can't show you the project because you will see it, I think I'm in October the 4th, I think, is when my video day is, for Decade Divas. I think I'm in October. I'll have to check that. But I made my project. It's not that big. For Decade Divas. It really did challenge me, I've got to say, and it really frustrated me as well. My home help lady who came and she was watching me working on it, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I will be once I get this done." I mean, I could have changed what I was going to do, but I really didn't want to. I wanted to do this particular thing, so I did. So that was finished. Yeehaw. Oh, that's the other two things I've done all this month. I've done a lot this month, actually. I finished 2 projects for K&K Crochet, or KK Crochets, sorry. Was it K&K? Oh, I don't know. It'll be in the description box. They are doing Christmas in July, and I think the hashtag is hashtag Christmas Extravaganza 2025. I'll put the hashtag, if I remember that, in the box as well below. If you don't know what that is, it's just, rather than wait until December to do a project and sort of start doing, a vlogmas sort of thing, the idea is, if you've got a few ideas for Christmas projects, make them, show them, give out the pattern if you followed a pattern, not give it out, but you know what I mean, link it, and then it gives people plenty of time if they want to make the things that they see you showing to make. And the idea is they're meant to be sort of small easy to do things. Well, one of them is a lot easier than the second, and I still haven't finished the bigger one because I need to make some motifs, I think, for it. I don't really know. I'm gonna ask my home help lady. She's brilliant. She's quite stylish, I think, and I like to ask her opinion. And I sort of say, well, do you think this needs anything else, or should I do this, or should I do that? And usually what she tells me is pretty accurate. So yeah, I'll see her tomorrow. So when she comes to help me, I will ask her what she thinks. And I think that is everything today. If I can find the pattern for the Izzy Doll I used, I'll put that in the description box. But really, any Izzy Doll pattern you have, like I say, all you need to do is double your cast on and then double the number of rows, and you will get a nice big Izzy Doll, which is going to be a lot easier for decorating. That was the theory. I still might decorate this more when I'm actually, feeling a little bit more able. But I was really pleased that, I like this. It came out really a lot better than I thought it was going to come out, if I'm perfectly honest. So, yeah, there's a little challenge for you if you want to do something different. Speaking of challenges, this September I will be doing a make-along for a Cal that is happening. Details to follow, because I don't have any details yet because the details haven't been released. And there may also be, I'm working on a few projects and that I want to sort of do as crochet alongs and or knit alongs, depending on how I decide to do it, but I haven't really worked out the finer details yet. So, keep that in mind as well. Okay, so that is all I have. My coffee's probably gone cold by now. I've got a load of yarn over there that I got delivered from Wool Warehouse that I was going to do a certain jumper with, but now I've gone off the idea of doing a jumper with it, and so I'm thinking I might still do sort of a jumper, but rather than follow a pattern, I might just sort of do something on my own in granny stitch. I might even do a granny hexie, who knows. Anyway, enough jabbering. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment if you've got any. I keep sticking to my blanket. Leave a comment if you've got any questions. So far, I think I can safely say I answer or respond or like or do something to all the comments I get. If I miss one, it's a genuine error on my behalf. It's not I'm ignoring you, but I usually respond to, I'd say, 98% of them, and the rest will get likes and that sort of thing. So yeah, so if you've got a question or problem, please do that. Later on tomorrow, early on tomorrow, there will be another video going up for a knit stitch. What one did I put up? Rice stitch. So earlier in the week there was the track stitch for crochet. So later tomorrow or later today, I'm not sure where when you're watching this, but on the 12th is when I'm releasing it. Yeah, rice stitch, knit stitch. So yeah, go and check that one out if you're into knitting or want to learn to knit. And till then, I will say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Bye for now.